You guys excited for college wrestling at Madison Square Garden this year?
Yeah. I mean, we've as soon as we knew that they were going to host the NCAA championship at Madison Square Garden, that's a tournament we want to have a great team at. Obviously, being a school that's represented, we represent the northeastern United States, and we claim to, when we're recruiting, obviously this is who we're representing. Obviously Pennsylvania, but New Jersey and New York as well, and we want to go in there and have a great showing and represent. I think we'll have a great following. 2011, the Nationals were in Philadelphia, and that was we had a great following there, and I would expect it to be the same thing here. But people have got to. It's going to be a tough ticket to get as well. So hopefully that's what I'm going to drive home today. Is just get on that now, get those tickets now, because we need you there and we want you there. And we're going to have a great team, and our kids are going to compete hard. Obviously can't guarantee a win or anything, but we're going to go for it.
Are you surprised at the level of popularity that it has, that the sport has at this point? That it would be a tough ticket that you can sell out of a place like that.
Yeah, I think it's it's great. It's great for the sport. I think TV's been huge. I think the powers of college wrestling spreading out and not being so isolated, to just the Midwest, and I think that's been great, for the sport. Penn State and Ohio State, two non-traditional powerhouses, winning the last 5 national championships is great for the sport of wrestling. It's huge, and also both two of the largest athletic departments in the country, and with that, 2 of the largest followings and fan bases and alumni bases in the country. So, college wrestling's really doing very well right now, especially at a time when you think expenses are going up, costs are going up. But because usually an Olympic sport, male Olympic sport, is going to suffer when those types of things happen. But as of now, we're excited and things are going well, and the future's never look better, I don't think.
Back on the Caravan this year, what was yesterday like for you in response?
I'm so glad I jumped back on. Last year I did the opening, which was at the hockey arena, and then I was at the end in Lehigh Valley. But I was never on the bus. We're having a great time. We're just hanging out, talking, having some laughs, sharing some stories, sharing experiences. And it's always good to reacquaint, because the coaches are, for me, really make the athletic department. I know it's the student athletes, but such great coaches here, good guys, humble guys, and ladies. But it's always great to reacquaint ourselves with each other, because we're flying around. Recruiting's every day, man. And then your season's impossible. So it's not like we're going out to dinner or lunch or having a glass of wine together. It's tough to have those moments where you can share, things that you're doing, cutting edge type stuff.
What has the response been that you've seen so far out of this tour?
Yeah, I think it's been good. I think I've talked to you guys a little bit about this in the past, about Penn State expectations and how much we like that there's such high expectations and standards at Penn State, but there's also the fine line of trying to educate people about truly where we're at. I've said this before. All offseason, everybody talked about the sanctions and the ramifications of sanctions, and people inside the program and people outside the program saying everybody knew and knew that last year was going to be the toughest year after being in sanctions for 3 years. But at Penn State, as soon as the season starts, everybody just expects you to win the national championship, and if you don't, they're disappointed. So it's that fine line of, you want that fanatical approach and that fanatical feeling about the program and where we're going, but to have some patience. I think people that really get it, the media that's covered the program for a long time, the administration that's been around the program for a long time. I think guys like Terry Terry Smith, our secondary coach, and Wally Richardson, who've been around the program for a long time. And the former players that come back, and people that have been around, Spider and even Tim Bream and Todd Kolka, they get it, and they understand. So that's kind of, I think, the process that I think we're still going through is how do you make sure people are really, really excited about the direction of the program and where we're going, but also have some bit of patience and some form of understanding to say, look, if we're all patient and we keep working hard and have a great attitude, we'll have something that everybody really likes. But that's not I think in the nature of a fan. They want it yesterday, which I get, but I also know, not only in football but in business and anything else, usually a quick fix also leads to a quick fall, and I want to build it the right way for the long term. I think really bright. Jasicki, thing I'm really excited is he's embraced the blocking. He never blocked before in his life. You'd be amazed how many conversations we had before him even arriving about blocking and blocking and blocking. Not about doing it, more about, hey, coach, I've never blocked before. Kind of some anxiety about it, to be honest with you. He's one of the most physically gifted guys on our team. He's an over 400-pound bench press guy already. He's 260 pounds. He can still run. He still looks skinny. You can see him. He's 260. He still looks skinny. I think he carry another 20 pounds. Ball skills, all those things are still there. He was a great athlete, was not a great route runner. Now he got a chance to become a better route runner, which is going to make him even more of a weapon. And now he's really embraced the blocking aspect. And the weird thing is, last year he was trying to embrace it, but it's hard to embrace it when you're 235 pounds. You're trying to block a 265, 70-pound guy, and you can have the best intentions in the world, you can't do it. So now he's got a combination to do both. He really had a strong spring from that standpoint. And you got Black now on paper is probably our most freakish guy. When you're talking about a wide receiver, benches 400 pounds, can run, is intelligent on all those types of things. So, I expect to see a huge improvement for those two guys and growth for both of them. Just mentally, so much more confident, and physically so much more.